Earl Grey is too hot. My Earl Grey is too hot. Oh, welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans, where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. And it's St. Patrick's Day today, guys, so I'm wearing the green. Go out and celebrate. Have a green beer on me, guys. Have one for me, man. Okay, so what's going to be on today's show? We're going to be talking about the Penguin series. Ben Affleck's Air is not tracking. Oh, I don't know. I think Super Mario is probably going to bury it at the box office, guys. It's not looking good. But we'll take a look at what's opening up this weekend as well. But we start off today's show by talking about Shazam 2. Now, guys, I was supposed to go out and see Shazam 2 yesterday at the theater, but Cineplex decided to, have their file get corrupted. That's the BS line that they told me. They said that, the file got corrupted and we can't show it to you. So I didn't get to go see my theater, my screening of Shazam 2, but some people did. And let's just go over to the tomato meter to see what the early reviews are for this. Shazam Fury of the Gods, 55%, 84% by the audience. So the people that went out and saw it liked it more than the critics. Hi. Guys, I'm seeing this movie in 2 hours. So I'm seeing it at 1 p.m. today. So that's why our horror movie got pushed today. It was supposed to be like a horror movie watch along at 1 p.m., but it'll get pushed till tomorrow. That's going to get till tomorrow because of this mess. Early reviews. Let's take a look at the snapshots. ABC News didn't like it, said the tossed off charm of the original suffers from the bloated sequelitis. It's mostly stupid kid stuff, but Zachary Levi comic book invitation to shake your sillies out, will be hard to resist for undeserved family audiences. What the heck are you talking about, man? Okay, so somebody who actually liked it was Movie Mom and said it's fun to watch. A lot of clutter and especially a lot of CGI overwhelms the plot and and all but obliterates the tenderness of the first story. So yeah, even in a good review, they didn't really like it all that much. Here's another good one. Hey, it's better than Black Adam. That's not saying much, man. That's not saying much. So the early buzz is in. I'm like looking at the tracking for this. Earlier in the week, they were saying like, it's tracking to make like 85 million at the box office this weekend. And we saw from the trailers that, yes, it does have a lot of like CGI in it. And I thought it looked okay. Now, I did complain, though, that some of the shots of them standing on rooftops and stuff, it was like, you could tell it was very volume-ish. I've complained about that at length. They've really gone overboard with that stuff. Like, there's just no tangibility to it, right? Some people commented on this. They're saying that not sure why this is expected to do worse than the original. It never piqued my interest. Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is that Shazam is not top tier hero. I'm watching it because I like Zachary Levi as a character. I want to see Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren as the bad guys. That's why I'm going to go see it. I'm not expecting this to be so mind-breaking that I come out of the theater going, oh my God, this was such an experience. This is something that you got to check out. No, I'm not expecting that. I am expecting the CGI to be mixed, because this sadly will probably be our last time, maybe, seeing Zachary Levi as as Shazam, unless they do some multiverse crossover kind of event where they do bring in these other characters. I do think that card is still in reserve for the DC universe, where we could, because of Flash going back and forth in between the dimensions and stuff, other universes, there is going to be the possibility that, yes, we can see this character back. That, yes, they can have Gal Gadot come back as Wonder Woman. Yes, they could have Henry Cavill and even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come back in some limited fashion, but they won't be back to be these characters going forward in a mainstay. And what I mean by mainstay is that we're not going to get a trilogy of Zachary Levi movies here. This will be it. So earlier, it looked like it was tracking for what, 85 million? But now it's, as of yesterday, Variety says it aims for a $35 million start. So 85 to 35 million. Plus the added word of mouth here, 55%, 84%. I really wish I could have added my voice to that chorus to let you know if it's good or not. Guys, you know that I try to give every movie a fair shake. I do. And you'll see that in my review in just a few moments for a movie called Champions. I'm looking forward to Shazam. I really am. What do I need to know? Other than that I guess there are 2 post-credit scenes. I find it kind of unnecessary now to put in post-credit scenes, especially after Black Adam, because that set up and teased something else to come, but we know that that's no longer happening. So it's kind of like, why are there post-credit scenes for this now? Really, guys? Why? Or is that like your last out? If this somehow made $1 billion, you could say that, oh, it made $1 billion, so okay, then we'll make a third one. I'm expecting the trajectory of this to not be good for the weekend's box office, and I don't know if I want to sit in the theater to watch the post-credit scenes. I will, for you guys, to let you know if it's worthwhile to. Like some of them, like even Scream 6 had like a post-credit scene, right? So it's kind of like, and that one was least meta. They said, do you really need a post-credit scene? I was like, come on, yeah. Do we really need a post-credit scene for everything now, guys? Hollywood Reporter has an article up here saying Shazam Fury of the Gods is the opening salvo in 4 films this year. Deserves a big draw. But with everything up in the air, Shazam there and Aquaman's opening up this year. Flash, I think, is going to do okay. But Flash better set the tone that it's kind of like that. That's it. This is going to be it for the Snyderverse version of these characters. Like if Shazam, one of the post-credit scenes, like what is it? In one of the TV spots, it revealed one of these characters, not one of the Snyderverse characters in the Shazam universe. If that's one of the post-credit scene, I'll come out of that theater very angry. I'd like to see one of them, but I'd rather see them in the better of the movie instead of teasing as to maybe what could be coming up. No, stop that. Stop it. Okay? I don't want to see it. So, yeah, it's the end. And there's this big article up there, and people will be talking about this, mining this for content. Just to let you guys know that it's there. You can go over and read that. Yeah, Shazam 2 reviews, not good. But what else is opening up this weekend? Let's go over to my theater here and take a look. Because it's still the tail end of the March break for a lot of kids. So maybe Shazam will come through. What the heck? 1 p.m. Okay, good. It was like, what? Ultra AVX. I was like, 1 p.m. Yeah, seat preview. Okay. Yeah, I was like, they better not have canceled that show too. Guys, if I go to this theater, I'm sitting right here. This is my spot right here. If I go to this theater and it gets canceled again, I'm going to take that as a sign that I shouldn't be seeing Shazam. I'm going to demand free movies for the rest of the month. Crying out loud. But what else is opening up? Nothing too major. Brother's opening up. Okay. Yeah. Mummies is still there. Creed 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Cocaine Bear, Puss in Boots still playing. Well, yeah, because as I said, this is like spring break for a lot of kids. Full River Red, Mandarin. Huh. Minions, Rise of Gru. Yeah. Paw Patrol, Secret Life of Pets 2. So then there you go. That's what's playing at the theater this weekend, guys. Nothing too... Champions there. We'll review Champions here in just a bit because I was sitting there with my popcorn in the theater and I was like, well, guys, I I'm not going to walk home with this popcorn in my hand. I'm just going to step into this movie Champions that I didn't see. So um, I watched Champions yesterday. Brother is about two brothers facing questions of masculinity, family, race, and identity. March 17th. Yes, so this opens up. I think I remember seeing a trailer for this. Yeah. Looks like that one's more like a smaller indie film, right? Hey, when I hit back, I expect action. None of this BF. Miss Chatterjee in Norway. Hindi film. Versus Norway, okay. Niga Marda. Punjabi film. Shazam. IMAX. Ooh, yeah. Do you want to pay the extra bucks to go see it in IMAX, James? Not really, thanks. Yeah. Zigawato? Sorry. Okay. Champions. Mummies. Scream 6. Creed 3. Jesus Revolution. 2. Judy Man Makar. Okay. And Everything Everywhere All at Once is getting a reprieve there in the theaters this weekend. So if you didn't go to see it in the theaters, some theaters here are playing it March 31st. Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, early reviews for that's coming out too. And it's good. It's good buzz around that film for sure. Yeah. We'll get back into that, guys. Okay, there are all my other social media handles, guys. Facebook is kind of like up in the air right now. I'm going to transfer it to a page, not a profile. I guess there's a difference between a Facebook page and a profile. So that'll all get sorted out this week, hopefully. For some reason, I still can't link the YouTube over to that, but whatever. It'll be under Mirror Domain's official stuff. Just look for that. And remember, look for the profile, look for the page, not the profile. Oh God, Facebook sucks. Let's just admit it. Facebook sucks. Twitter, TikTok, still at Mirror Domains. I should probably just change it all to Mirror Domains official. But the thing is that I want to keep those handles. I do want to keep those just for posterity, I suppose. Anyway, just to make it convenient for everybody. But anyway, it is what it is. What else can you find here on the channel, guys? Go over to the community tab every Sunday, except for next Sunday. I don't know what this next week is going to be a bit of a crapshoot. But yeah, you can find our weekly schedule posted up there. This week we wrapped up The Last of Us on Monday. Batman Returns we watched as our retro movie. Wednesday seems to be becoming a Star Wars day, so we watched Phantom Menace as we lead up to me watching the Clone Wars series. We had lots of fun watching that. And then, of course, Wednesdays is also for Mandalorian Day. Mandalorian. Yeah, we'll be watching Mandalorian. Thursdays is Survivor. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to hold in for that one, guys. If episode 4 really dispirits me like episode 3 did, then I'm probably going to stop watching. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. And then we do Grumpy Man Watches Movies. I should have updated that thumbnail. We watched Tangled yesterday. And normally today we watch horror movies, but I'm going to leave the poll up for The Ritual, The Menu, and Splice. Last time I looked, Ritual and Menu were tied. So we'll watch one of those movies tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. We'll give an extra day for people to vote because it's St. Patrick's Day. People are out celebrating. And then tomorrow morning we'll do a Horror Weekly Roundup, talk about all the horror movie news headlines. Mondays and Fridays we do movie news. I got to tweak up the schedule a bit. I'm thinking about moving the Horror Weekly Roundup into the Better of the Week and just moving the watch along to Saturday mornings. That way it gives a lot of time for people to, vote. Yeah, we'll see. It's lots of fun. I'll tool around with it. We're tweaking in this. We're finding the shows here on the channels and stuff like that. This week did bring up a lot of new challenges. It did. Let's see. Batman Returns in episode 1 all got plagued with copyright claims. It got like, it's not even claimed, like just claim it. Don't block it. And they were blocked, so I had to put in like audio over the soundtracks. It is a risky affair, for sure. It is risky doing these watch-alongs, especially live. I thought I had it refined. I think it's because of the length. I think it's because if it's over 2 hours, they really like, you're only allowed to use a certain amount of it. When it's like a 40-minute show, again, a testament as to why I like shorter shows, is because then it's harder for them. It's not as much material that I'm watching that they'll be looking for, right? If you got 2 hours of stuff of them looking and scouring for stuff for them to copyright claim, no big deal. If it's 40 minutes, they look through it, nothing there, we move on. So I was happy today that I didn't wake up and see that Tangled was blocked or anything. That's fully released. It's not going to have any weird soundtrack things over it. So that's good for me. I'm thinking we've been going really hard with the movies here. Like it's been like for the last 4 or 5 weeks, every day there's been a movie kind of thing. And I'm thinking that while that's the right approach, it started off noble. It's maybe I should cut back on the amount of movies we do in the week, and maybe try to resurrect doing one. Yeah, see, if I do the movie news show, if I move one of the horror weekly, if I move the horror weekly into the week, then we're doing at least 3 movie news shows a week, in the better of the week. And if we do the horror weekly, if there's a tail end of it where we can pick up other, like, just normal movie news headlines. Yeah, I think I like that. Pfeiffer says I'm watching Full River Red in theaters. Okay, cool. That Mandarin movie. Let me know how it is, because I am intrigued. That one seems interesting. Full River Red. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just rambling here. What do we got next? Gladiator 2. Yeah. There's a headline out there that caught my eye, for a very specific reason. Barry Keoghan is in talks to join Paul Mescal and Ridley Scott's Gladiator sequel. So yeah, we know that we're getting a Gladiator 2 with Ridley Scott back at the helm to direct, and Paul Mescal, who was just nominated for Best Actor, and Barry Keoghan, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, to come in as a villain. So the premise that the early premise that I heard was that Paul Mescal would be playing Lucius or something, like the son from the first one. That was like just a small little kid, right? And he's all grown up now, so it'll be like kind of like that. But Barry, top tier talent for sure. Yeah, and he was really good in Banshees of Inisherin. That got snubbed right out of the Oscars. So that's good news in my book. After Sun was what Paul Mescal was nominated for. If a deal makes, Keoghan will play a character named Emperor Geta. Geta was an actual Roman emperor. The sequel story is not based on true events. Okay. Well, of course not, because the first one wasn't based on true events, right? I know they had some real life, or like characters that were named after real life people, right? Maybe. Yeah. No. I don't know. Still no report as to when this is supposed to come out, right? Paramount has set a November 22nd, 2024 release date. I don't know if they're going to hit that, though. God. They would have to start shooting this year. Like, we're talking soon. Because I'm guessing, as the scope of this film, they will have to have a big budget. A big visual effects budget to put in, like, the backgrounds and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they can hit that. But anyway, cool casting news. What's next? Super Mario is tracking. Oh, yes. Super Mario is tracking for a big opening. And I'm hyped. I really am hyped. So Super Mario Bros. To score at least 85 to 90 million in a 5-day debut. 5-day debut. Is that because there's a long weekend, April? Well, yeah, it's Easter, right? Does the States have an extra day that they take? But it's going to be a kids movie, right? This played in front of all, like I just said that it's the March break here in North America, so a lot of kids had to break off watching movies, and this played in front of like all the kids movies. So the trailers, so they'll be wanting to see this April 7th, I believe this is when it comes out here in North America. I'm hyped for it. I want to see it, but hey, you get reports like this, it's tracking for 85 million. They said that Shazam 2 was tracking for 85 million. It really depends on what the early buzz is, right? But I hear good things. This better not flop. It should be a hit. Wrong. This will be the first movie to get $1 trillion. Yeah, so you just get some delusional people there in the comments. But I'm looking forward to it. It's tracking well. It'll be like the #1 movie at that weekend for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. Opening up against it, though, is that Ben Affleck movie called Air. And I saw the trailer for this yesterday in the theaters, and I got to tell you this, guys. It didn't move me. It didn't excite me. And I know that sucks for Ben Affleck because he pours his heart and soul into these things. He directed this. Now the plus side to this is that Air is only, I saw reports that the budget was only like 35 million. But it's going to be opening up against things like Super Mario. So Air, yeah, I think like people like the cast. But cast is not enough to get people into theaters anymore. It's not. We learned that the hard way, right? April 5th. So it opens up 2 days before Super Mario, right? Unless Mario opens up the same day. But I watched the trailer and I'm like, it's about shoes. And for some reason, they're trying to spin it like they didn't believe that Michael Jordan was going to be a big talent. Like what? Seriously? Seriously? You're going to try to give me that BS? No. Everybody who saw him knew that he was going to be a big talent. And something about there's something about that odor that I didn't. It rang false for me. And everybody knew that Michael Jordan was going to be a big hit. So it's kind of like you're trying to blow smoke, right? And you see Ben Affleck, he directed this. So I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but it's going to come and go and it's going to fly under the radar. It's going to get buried by movies like Mario. You can't compete. Michael Jordan can compete with. No, actually, I don't even think Michael Jordan can compete with Mario. Mario's just on that other level. Yeah. And it sucks because Ben Affleck is a good director. And I saw the reports this week that he doesn't want to come back to make a DC movie. He doesn't want to direct the Batman movie for James Gunn. He just wants out of that kind of realm to make movies like this. But I'm hoping. I wish that it was a smaller budget than 35 million. I do. I wish. Like I don't understand why this Air movie. If they took a page out of like Blumhouse's playbook and made it for like 7 million, then they should be happy. But for 35 million, no. I don't know. It's going to be hard pressed, I think. George QD says, what is your opinion of The Last of Us? Did you play the game? No, I never played the game. In fact, if you go over to our watch list there for our, we watched all of The Last of Us. And every episode at the start, I said, it was from the perspective of me never playing the game. I never played it. So I never expected for things to happen the way that they did. I didn't know any of the story elements. I stayed away from the spoilers and stuff like that. And I only know one from the second season or from the second game, that because it was a pop culture thing. And I hope they don't go that direction for the series, which will make all of the video game fans angry. Because if they change up that big story element, um, it's going to make a lot of the gamers very unhappy. But I think it's a choice that they have to do, because Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey just have this great chemistry, and it feels like we just started to get to know them from the first season, right? So they have to keep that. They have to keep that, and it's going to make a lot of people angry. So yeah, they're going to have to figure out some kind of a workaround. And if they do that, if they see, it's a lose-lose kind of thing, right? If they keep true to the games, then yeah, you'll keep all the gamer fans happy, but you'll make all the TV fans like me very upset. They'll be like, what just happened with Survivor? It'll be kind of like, I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to watch it anymore. You know, it'll be just like, yeah, I don't want to watch The Last of Us anymore if they're going to do that, right? And they'll say, well, just stick with it. The game pulled it off just fine. And it's like, well, no. And I published a good video about that, about why I didn't cry watching The Last of Us earlier this week on the channel too. So I played both games and I hated the storyline of the second game. Yeah, so yeah, maybe even the gamers, some gamers will like it, right? So if they change it up, like they actually physically like make that alteration and say, okay, well, we're using the start of the second game a little bit, but then it's going to be something completely different. It'll make all the gamers angry, but at least it'll keep all the TV people happy. There's just certain things that you got to do. It's like Grogu in Mandalorian. Season 2 ended with Grogu going off with Luke Skywalker, and they had planned for Grogu not to be part of Mandalorian anymore for season 3. He wasn't going to be there. So it was kind of like he was so popular, and everybody just went and said that Mandalorian is Grogu and Mando. That's what the Mandalorian is. So if you cut one of them out, is it really, is that the show that people want to watch? So that's the way I feel about The Last of Us season 2 coming up. If they cut one of them out, then I'm not, it'd be like, it is what it is. It had one good season for sure. Sorry, is it George or Jorge? I'm a little ignorant, but yeah, thank you for the questions. Yeah, so you played both the games in the storyline. That's cool. The last console I got was a PS3, so I think now that things have loosened a little bit for PS5, I was waiting for, like, I like to be able to just go into the Walmart and buy it. Have it there on the shelf. Okay, I'm buying it today. I don't like to wait I don't like to be signing up for a wait list to get a PS5. I don't like that. But I'll get one eventually, soon, hopefully, and then we'll start streaming. And maybe we'll do things like I'll play the game and we'll do like streams like that for sure. Good talk anyway. It's a bit of a looser show today, guys. There's not a whole lot to a lot of news. As I said, it's St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's out celebrating, having a pint of the green ale. Not me. I'm just having some tea here, guys, because I got to go and see Shazam. I don't want to be sitting in the theater going, no. Anyway, they need 2 seasons to tell all the storyline. Okay. Yeah, Pfeiffer says I'm waiting for a PS5 Slim. Well, yeah, maybe that too, because I got the PS3 Slim. I don't want that big, huge, clunky thing. I don't know. We'll see. Because I do want to play Final Fantasy VII with you guys. Yeah. Oh, we'll get there eventually. Things change, right? Okay. Let's get into this Champions review. Champions. This will be informal too, guys. Champions. Because Shazam, the theater screwed up my Shazam screening yesterday, I was sitting there in the theater saying, well, what am I going to do next? Well, I thought, the movie Champions is starting with Woody Harrelson and one of the guys who made like Something About Mary and Kingpin. So Bobby Farley, who worked with Woody Harrelson in Kingpin, which I found fairly funny. Champions, 2 hours and 4 minutes is the runtime, and you feel it, man. You feel that runtime. It does have some charm to it. It's supposed to be somewhat of a comedy, but I think I laughed twice. It's a subject matter where he helps a lot of disabled people play basketball. He's kind of like a disgraced basketball coach from like the bigger leagues, and he gets a drunk driving charge, and he's got to, as part of his community service, he's got to help these kids play basketball. And there's a charm to it. There's a sensitivity that a lot of people will have that'll be like, should you really be making movies like this with people like Down syndrome and stuff? But it's exposure for them. You can tell that they had fun making it. That's what I would say. They had fun making it. It didn't land for me. It was like for the comedy, I suppose. The comedy didn't land for me. And it's, I guess, sort of nice to see that these actors got, their 15 minutes. It was cool seeing Cheech Marin back in it, though. Cheech Marin, he was a small role. Ernie Hudson, one of the Ghostbusters, he played one of the coaches. There's just some storylines in there. It's kind of like, meh. Why are we going there, right? It was supposed to be like a feel-good thing. It's not going to be for everybody. This movie's going to come and go, and I don't have anything negative really too far to say about it. If you're worried, like, what was that Johnny Knoxville one where they kind of used the disabled people as well? Don't worry about it like that. They're respectful to it, at least, to them. They're not making fun of them or anything like that. So, yeah, 58% by the critics, 95% by the audience. So the critics are probably looking through it with that lens of, oh, you shouldn't be using these people. Oh, you shouldn't be trying to make fun of them. Or like, they're not making fun of them. They're using just the situation in the scenario. And as I said, you get to see these people, get their 15 minutes, and for that, I would champions. And Woody Harrelson, he's kind of like, he's like one of the only, he's like his acting prowess. You needed that in there because he acts just on that other level. His acting just brings it up to the standard. Let's see what some people said about it. There's a self-righteousness to champions that feels very entirely unearned. Really? Unearned. Mark Commode liked it, though, so let's see what he said. What makes Champions a treat is the deftness in which Mark Rizzo's script sidesteps sentimentality in favor of something more raucously truthful. I don't know about that. But as an overall movie, guys, I would probably tend towards more the critics here. I would give it a 6 out of 10. Because it's not something that I would jump up and want and watch again. It does have some value there. No, guys, I would give Champions a 6.5 out of 10. That's what I would say. Byford the Hobbit says Champions based on a Spanish film, Champions. Yeah, they mentioned that in the closing credits. And as I said, it's just people having fun, right? So there you go. It's them having fun. You can tell that they had fun making it. I'm not going to take that away from them. Yeah. All right. What's next? Millie Alcock. She's in the headlines, and I do like her. And if you don't recognize the name, she was the younger Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon. And she jumped off the page or off the screen for everybody there. She was, I was a little bit bummed out when they transferred her to an older actress, but the older actress played Rhaenyra just as well. So I hope for season 2 they do flashbacks and they bring back Millie Alcock. I do, because the first 5 episodes were with her, right? Or 4. Yeah, the first 4 episodes were with her, and you kind of like, yeah, you loved her. But anyway, She's going to star in a London stage production. That's cool. The Crucible, Arthur Miller classic, The Crucible. And I do like when actors go onto the stage because it's a different style of acting. You're an actor. You stretch yourself out, right? You work with the craft so that you can keep it sharp and on the edge. And being on stage, it's a different beast because it's not like you sitting in front of the camera like me saying, "Ooh, can I take that over again?" No, you're on stage, and if you flub, you got to somehow work it out, man. When I acted on stage, I had this one big flub and it eats away at me because I screwed up because you feel bad for all the other actors on the stage too. And it's kind of like, oh, I screwed that up, didn't I? Oh my God. It was a big part for me too. Anyway, enough of my tales of woe from working on the stage. Okay, so she's 22. June 7th to September 2nd, limited season. So that's cool. Wait, Benedict Cumberbatch did a Hamlet 8 years ago. Oh, okay, 8 years ago. Yeah, cool. Looking forward to that. What's next? Penguin series. Let's talk about that. Talking about TV stuff. Yeah, the Penguin series is just underway, right, with Colin Farrell. And yeah, we got some new casts. Michael Zegan, James Madio, and Scott Cohen joined the cast. It's going to pick up right after the events of the first Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. And I hear that even Robert Pattinson might appear as Bruce Wayne. But it's not going to, I don't think we're going to see him as Batman. That'd be kind of cool if we did. Clancy Brown's going to be in this. The Kurgan. Cool. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. Alberto is the son of the crime boss Carmine Falcone. Right. That's right. From Totoro. And the brother of Sofia Falcone, who played the Mulatty in The Penguin. Okay. So there's going to be a brother and sister of the Falcones. All right. Keep our eye out for that one. Yeah. All right. Guys, it's been kind of a slow news day. Nothing really big and huge. Let's go through some hit or miss. Yeah. Let's do some hit or miss. Taylor Swift reveals dropping 4 previously unreleased songs, and I listened to them this morning, guys. They're from the different albums. I think you got one from Red, you got one from Lover, and then Fearless. I think there's some I listened to them. Meh. None of them really jumped off the page for me. I mean, if they were unreleased songs, they recorded them for those albums, but they were like, they're not good enough to put on the album. So, oh, whatever. Yeah, because she's trying to ramp up, I guess, the fan base because she's going to do this Eras tour. And there's no Canadian dates yet for this, but if there is, I'm going to it. I don't care if I have to sell my kidney to it to go see Taylor I will. So hopefully she comes to Toronto. And if she does, I'll be first in line. Well, I'll be one of the first people to go get tickets. What's next? Yeah, there's not really that much. Avatar 3 is supposed to have a 9-hour cut. Oh my God, Jesus. No. A 9-hour cut. Yeah. No. Conor McGregor eager to get back to fighting after filming Roadhouse remake. Oh yeah. So Conor McGregor's going to go back to fighting? Fascinating. Meh. Frank Grillo confirms role for himself and Ron Perlman in DCU series Creature Commandos. Okay. Creature Commandos was the first one that was going to be off the slate of the new DC stuff from James Gunn. Frank Grillo, okay, got no problem with him. He was Crossbones in the MCU. I'm doubtful on this, guys. This one, it's going to be a cartoon. Excuse me. Suicide Squad is yet to land with people. People have reacted to Peacemaker, and as much as I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad, it was a step up from the first Suicide Squad, but it never made huge numbers. It didn't grab the people, and this is like a tier below. Creature Commandos is like a tier below, but they're using it as a launch point to say that there are going to be monsters and there are going to be weird creatures in there, like this skeleton guy in this new DC universe. They want to establish that early. And if they said that the comics or the animated stuff is going to transfer over into the live action stuff, so some of the characters that you see there, so if they do get a Frank Grillo or a Ron Perlman, then yeah, so they could act as the live action versions of those characters. I'm guessing that Ron Perlman might be that green guy. Oh, you can't see it there. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Tyra Banks is leaving the Dancing with the Stars. Oh, I like Tyra Banks, but okay. Whatever. Best summer watches. Yeah, there's just not much on, guys. Pedro Pascal reveals his favorite day on the set of The Mandalorian. Oh, yeah. As we scroll through here, there's really not that much. Power Rangers star Jason David Frank final movie sets theatrical release. Why reboots never recapture magical. Yeah, there's really not that much today. Let's go over to the Screen Rant, see what Screen Rant has. How old are the kids in Shazam 2? Picard. Oh yeah, I need to watch Picard episode 5. That's what I need to do. Donald Glover. Yeah. A lot of TV headlines. TMNT. Okay, yeah. Oh, I wanted to publish a short about this too, because people got on me for not liking the new Turtles, and they're like, they look all so cool, man. The animation is awesome, and it's like, well, here's my point that I want to make about Turtles, is that Batman also was meant for kids, right? And Batman has kept up, like, Batman came out in like 1989 and it got a whole bunch of younger kids, like around my age. So that's when I watched it. Ninja Turtles, that movie came out in 1990, right? So that was the same age group. And while Batman has evolved to keep us original fans intrigued in its franchise, like with the new Robert Pattinson Batman, like the different iterations, the Turtles has seemed to have always somewhat regressed to a childish, like young, like 4 or 5 year old audience, where the Turtles, like, this image is awesome to show that contrast. This is what the Turtles should be here on the right. That's the way I feel. But they've been kind of co-opted there by what you see here on the left. Very kid-friendly. And then the animation of the new one, everybody seems to like. I'm one of the few that doesn't understand why people like it, but yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. But if we ever got a Turtles where they look like this on the right here, that's what I would like to see. That's the Turtles that I want to see. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for me today, guys. I know it's a short show today, and it's kind of unexpected. I'm going to pull up the Twitterverse here, and we'll round out with that. Because it is St. Paddy's Day. Everybody's out having their... Well, actually, it's raining where I'm at, so if you're out in the rain, that sucks. All right, what's next? Stephanie Hsu, Sabrina Wu have been released. The film has been delayed June 23rd to July 7th. Joyride. Stephanie Hsu was just in Everything Everywhere All at Once, so that's big. Brian Cox on method acting. I don't put up with that American BS. I'm sorry. all of that. I think there, I just feel it. I do my job, don't identify. Yeah. Some people take that method acting to the extreme where it's kind of like they actually behave like the characters. No, I like I've seen it on the stage. People, you experiment, you try as an actor, you try it out. But I appreciate the method acting in the sense that you stay like if you got like a dialect, you're talking in a certain way, and you just want to maintain that while you're off the stage. You talk to me like with your Scottish accent or something, and that's fine. But if you're like playing the Joker and you still to play and you get off the camera and you're like you still act like the Joker, then yeah, we're gonna yeah. I agree with Brian Cox. We're gonna have some serious issues. I'm looking at you, Jared Leto. Michael Rodriguez is Hypnotic, starring Ben Affleck, will be released May 12th, 2023. So Ben Affleck will have his own movie in April, Air, and then he's got Robert Rodriguez's Hypnotic coming out in May. So he's got 2 months there with Ben Affleck, where he stars as a detective who finds himself spiraling down a rabbit hole while investigating a series of reality-bending crimes. Oh, well, that sounds cool. Mysteriously connected to his missing daughter. Oh, well, then that even ups the ante even more. Robert Rodriguez. Cool. Swarm. Prime. Oh, that's out now today? Swarm? Whatever. Halsey, alongside Sydney Sweeney, Paul Walter Hauser. Americana. Debuts at South by Southwest today. Okay. Halsey. See what she can do as an actress, huh? Just some photo shoots there. Studies have shown that frequent TV show cancellations are changing how viewers decide to watch. Well, yeah, if it's canceled after one season, you're just kind of like, well, why am I even going to bother watching it, right? A quarter of adults now wait for a streaming originals finale before starting. Yeah, that too. My brother does that. Like, he won't watch House of the Dragon until it's all out so he can binge it. I still think they should do the weekly schedules. Put one episode out a week. That way we're talking about it for a longer period of time. And the people that like to wait for it to be out, fine. I don't see why that should change up for the streamer service. Because what is it? For The Sandman, people waited for it to be all out to binge it. And The Sandman was waiting for all those numbers to compile before greenlighting the second season, right? So, yeah, there are considerations there. Extrapolations. Kiki Palmer is a star in a comedy. The Backup. She just had a kid, right? Or she's got to be close to being due. Kiki Palmer. We just saw her in Nope. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is now playing. Yeah, and I'm seeing it in just an hour and 12 minutes, guys. Oh, happy birthday, Morveth Clark. She's Michael Adriel. Yeah, I like her as Galadriel. What's this movie? That looks. Is that a period piece she was in? Cool. I'll have to take a look at her resume. There she is as Galadriel. I liked her. I know everybody hated her, but I liked her. Billy Alcock, Theater, Crucible. Yeah, we talked about that headline. Jack Wolf. All right, guys. As you can see, there's not much here. Maybe we can find a parade online, and we'll end out with that. I'm going to go over to the YouTubes here, and I'm going to type in St. Patrick's Day Parade. And so hopefully we'll get a live stream. Of the parade. Oh, yeah, we got one from NBC News. So this one can't play it too much, but why is that choppy? Okay, so there we go. There's the parade, guys. Yeah, at least it's not raining there. That's cool. That's nice. Yeah. They're just playing the bagpipes there. Oh, you guys can't hear that, right? Oh, I muted it. I muted it. Oh no, I didn't transfer over the audio anyway. Uh, NYPD. So this is in New York. The New York parade there? Why, for you're in New York, right? So there you go. Cheers, mates. That's what I'd say. Okay, that's it for me today, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'll see you next Monday for our news. Later on today, I will be doing a review for Shazam, but that'll be published as a separate video for people to enjoy. It won't be a live stream or anything like that. And if you get a chance, by all means, go out and enjoy a parade. Yeah, they're fun. Be social. That's what I say. All right, guys. See you next time. You're watching Mirror Domains.